Today I'm going to solve a very interesting question, and this question is from machine design. The question is, a rectangular steel bar of length 500 mm, width 100 mm and thickness 15 mm is cantilevered to a 200 mm steel channel using 4 bolts as shown. This is the figure. For an external load of 10 kilo Newton, this is F equal to 10 kilo Newton, an external load applied at the tip of the steel bar. The resultant shear load on the bolt at B, यानी कि the resultant shear load on the bolt B, we have to find it. So trying to solve this question, it is a very interesting question. So this is the figure which is shown in the question, and this is the external load which is applying at the tip of the steel bar. So due to this load there will be rotation on the steel bar. This steel bar will rotate in clockwise direction. Okay, so this force is applying on all bolts. Okay, so if we talk of force on one bolt, so force on a single bolt will be equal to 10 by 4, which is equal to 2.5 kilonewton, and this force is called as primary force, and this force will also be applying on other bolts. Okay, bolt bolt A, bolt B, bolt C, bolt D. So this force is a primary force. Okay, this force is primary force which is acting on the bolt in the downward direction. So now, as we know that due to the rotation of this plate, there will be some rotation in the bolt. When this force will try to steel bar, then these four bolts, bolt A, bolt B, bolt C, bolt D, will also be rotating in clockwise direction. So there will be another force on each and every bolts, that is secondary shear force. This is also a primary shear force, and this is secondary shear force. So there will be secondary shear force on each and every bolts, and these forces will be in such a direction that these will create same moment in the steel bar plate. So FSB is the secondary shear force on bolt B, and FSD, FSC and FSA. So these all four forces will be in such a direction that these will create same rotation in same direction. Okay, so due to these four forces, four secondary shear forces, there will be some moment in each and every bolts. So this is the secondary force which is applying on bolt B, and this is the radius of rotation. This is the radius of rotation, and this radius is same. This radius is same for all the bolts. So we are having a equation which is taken from strength of material, which is mb upon y sigma b upon sorry, this is mb upon I sigma b upon y is equal to E upon R. Here mb is the bending moment and I is the moment of inertia. Sigma is the bending stress, or you can say normal stress, and y is the distance from the neutral axis, and E is the modulus of this is the elastic modulus or modulus of elasticity, and R is the radius of curvature. So if we talk of the portion of this equation, sigma b upon y is equal to E upon R. So you can say sigma b is proportional to 1 upon R, and sigma b is the force per unit area. So force will also be inversely proportional to R. So from here we can say F is also proportional to 1 upon R. So, or we can say for all balls, F S1 upon Fs2 is equal to, sorry, from here we can write F1 R1 is equal to F2 R2 is equal to F3 R3 is equal to F4 R4. We are talking of all balls. This is bolt 1, this is bolt 2, this is bolt 3, this is bolt 4. Okay, or you can say bolt A, B, C and D. So from here Fs1 means secondary force on bolt A, Fs2 secondary force on bolt B, and Fs3 is secondary force on bolt C, and Fs4 is secondary force on bolt 4. So we can write from here Fs1 upon Fs2 is equal to R2 upon R1, or Fs3 upon Fs4 is equal to R4 upon R3. So here in the question R1, R2, R3 is the radius of rotation, but in the question this radius is same for all the balls. Okay, and notation is small r. So we can write F1 R is equal to F2 R is equal to F3 R is equal to F4 R. So R will be eliminated from here. So finally F1 is equal to F2 is equal to F3 is equal to F4. So secondary, these are secondary forces which are acting on each and every balls. So secondary force are equal on each and every balls. So we can write Fs1 upon Fs1 is equal to Fs2 is equal to Fs3 is equal to Fs4. Okay, these are here FSB, FSD, FSC, FSA. So these all are Fs1, Fs2, Fs3 and Fs4, or you can say FSB, FSD, FSC and FSA. So now talking of moment. So moment due to this external force, there will be some moment on balls. So the moment due to this external force will be equal to the addition of the moments of all four secondary forces. So writing moment equation. So moment due to external force F is equal to 10 kilonewton. So what will be the moment due to this external force? Moment will be equal to force into perpendicular distance. from the point of tip to the mm, point of, this is uh, center of mass. So force into perpendicular distance, moment will be equal to force into perpendicular distance. Force is 10 kilonewton, so force is 10 kilonewton, and distance, perpendicular distance is 300 plus 100, it will be equal to 400. So this is the moment due to the external force. So this is the second equation, this is the equation first. Okay, now we will talk of moment due to these all secondary forces. So moment due to the, we will take addition of moments due to the secondary forces. So moment due to the FSB. So moment due to FSB will be equal to FSB into perpendicular distance, which is the R. So FSB into R plus FSD into R, FSD into R plus similarly FSC into R plus FSA into R. So this is the moment due to the all secondary forces, and here FSB, FSD, FSC, FSA are same, so and are also same. So if we take, this is equal to Fs. Okay, so if Fs1, Fs2, Fs2, Fs4 is equal to Fs, so it will be equal to 4 Fsr. Okay, this is the our equation second. So from equation first and second, we can write moment due to external forces will be equal to the moment due to the all secondary forces. Okay, so we can write 110 into 400 equal to 4 Fsr, or you can say Fs will be equal to 10 into 400 upon 4R. Now calculating this distance R is the radius of rotation. So see the figure again. So in triangle OBE, this distance is OE. O is 50 mm. O is 50 mm from here. OE, this distance OE is 50 mm and OB is 50 mm. So OB, this distance OB will be equal to 50 root 2. So from here we can say R will be equal to this R, because this is 50 mm and this is 50 mm, so it will be equal to 50 root 2. Okay, so R will be equal to 50 root 2. So putting it over here, 4 into 50 into root 2. When we will calculate, this value will be equal to, Fs will be equal to 14.142 kilonewton. This is in kilo, because F is in kilonewton, so Fs will be in kilonewton. Now this Fs is the Fs1, Fs2, Fs3 and Fs4, means primary secondary force on each and every bolt. So we can write this is also be FSB, secondary force on bolt B. So this angle theta B will be equal to 45, because these two lines OB and B and FSB are perpendicular. So this angle is 45. so it will be equal to 45. Why this angle is 45? Because this is 50 and this is also 50, so two sides of a triangle is same, so two angle will be same. This will also be 45 degree and this will also be 45 degree because it is perpendicular, so this will be equal to 90. So and these two lines are perpendicular to each other, so this angle is 45, so this will be equal to 45. So theta b, which is the angle between the FB and FSB, is 45. So now resultant force, we have to calculate the resultant shear load on bolt B. Okay, so resultant force will be equal to R, resultant force will be equal to FB square plus FSB square plus 2FB into FSB into cos 45, and this is root. FB is primary force on bolt B. FB is 2.5 kilo Newton. FB is 2.5 kilo Newton. So this is 22.5 square plus 14.421 square plus 2 into FB 2.5 into 14.421 into cos 45. Okay, so this value will be equal to 16.00 kilo Newton. Okay, so resultant force on bolt B, or you can say resultant shear load on bolt B, is 16.0 kilo Newton. So this is our final answer.